Yo, what's up, guys? This is Mad Killer speaking, and I will show you the Artemis today. This is my very first analysis video, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you want to call it analysis or what, but I'm just going to talk about the Artemis and how good the weapon actually is, because a lot of people have been saying that the Artemis is very well, it's a bad weapon, at least from what I know, from the people in my platoon, in my outfit even. The Artemis is a generally bad weapon and they don't recommend it. And so I'm just doing a video here just to show you guys that the Artemis really is actually worth it. And it is as effective as I make it out to be. I'm here on the test server on the training facility, the VR training facility, and weapon I've got here is the Artemis. So this here, as you can see, it is my this is the Artemis you get, the default. There's nothing on it. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's see. At close range, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 shots to kill at point blank on a weapon that fires exceptionally quickly. Does it say here? A weapon that fires 652 rounds per minute and is in the infiltrator class. So that's really not that bad. 7 shots directly at point blank or within round about 10 or so, maybe 20 meters. 7 shots should definitely down an opponent, especially when they don't see you. You can always come up behind and just spray them, and they won't have a chance to react, because first they won't even know you're there because you're an infiltrator. You can go invisible, sit there, decloak, spray, cloak again. Nice and simple. It's like you were never there. The Artemis has some decent recoil. If you look here, I'm standing up and I'm going to go full auto. You ready? It climbs up and to the, well, whichever way. So if you look here, I'll show you on this one. You fire and it climbs up mostly. Yeah, so the forward grip for the Artemis is not a good idea. Really not a good idea. I'll go over my recommended weapon set attachments for the Artemis. You can use the HPR reflex ×1, which is the one I currently use. That will help with the aiming, because let's face it, the iron sights for the Artemis or any VS weapon is decent, but certainly not the best. That's for sure. And then the other one, the compensator, there's no point in using the compensator. It's supposed to make the recoil less, and that's true. The recoil does seem less. If you look here again, do the test, it climbs much slower than without the compensator, but you're operating within close to medium range. A compensator really only adds effect if you're firing long bursts at longer ranges, so I wouldn't suggest it. One thing I would suggest is the suppressor. Now, I want you guys to take a note, yeah? This here is without the suppressor. Listen to it. Yeah? Okay. Now this is the Artemis without a suppressor, with a suppressor. You hear that? Listen. That is barely even recognizable, and remember, you'll be operating, the place where you're operating is not going to be very quiet anyway, so people are not going to hear you that well. Now the third set, which is your rail compartment or whatever, I would not recommend using a flashlight because, well, you're an infiltrator. You need to not be seen. If you're a flashlight, it's like you got a giant fucking arrow pointing at you saying, hey bitches, I'm right here, come kill me. Yeah? If you have the forward grip, well, the forward gripping reduces the horizontal recoil during sustained fire. There's not much horizontal recoil. So you have the laser sight. Now the laser sight increases the accuracy when firing from the hip. When you're, of course, as close as this, it doesn't matter if you have it or not. But if you're something like, hold on, let's see if I can find somebody at 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 meters. Come on, there's got to be one person at 10 meters. Alright, don't matter. If you're, say, oh, that infiltrator right in front of us, yeah? Oh god, wrong button. You're firing. Okay, that was a bad example. Let's use this guy. 10 meters. Yeah, you're firing. Look at how many bullets. I got 4 bullets, got a headshot. Lucky headshot. Yeah? You're firing from standing. You crouch, you engage. 10 meters. You have 6 bullets left. Yeah? If you come here, you add the laser sight. You're standing. Start firing. You have 4 bullets left. Okay? You know what? Ignore the bullets. That's not proving my point. You know, I thought that would prove my point, but it's not. Look, just look at the reticle. The reticle is smaller than it was without the laser sight. So the laser sight is recommended. Yeah. Besides, it makes your weapons look really cool when you're pointing it around. Anyway, so the Artemis is a generally good weapon. I mean, if you look at the stats here, it does 143 damage at 10 meters and 125 at 65 meters. Muzzle velocity is 500 meters a second. Well, muzzle velocity, that's relatively low, I think, isn't it? No, it doesn't seem like it. So most of the Vanu snipers have 500 meters a second, but that's relatively low. I know some real life weapons that use 675 meters per second. Some that even travel up to around about 700 meters a second, which is very, very fast. But because you're operating within close quarters combat / medium range, bullet speed doesn't really matter that well. The reload speed is 3 seconds with a fully empty magazine, 2 seconds with reloading with bullets still inside. So that's not bad. I mean, that's one thing I've noticed. I've played other factions before, and I've decided to stick to Vanu because of the sole fact that I can go boom, 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 kill him, and then reload really quickly like that. Whereas, say, TR weapons wouldn't really work that well. They also have the hip accuracy of 2.5 at 3. Yeah, 2.5 or so, or along those lines, which is pretty good. I don't really understand those numbers. I don't usually read the statistics on weapons. I just kind of go with how they feel, and this weapon feels very good. So overall, I think this gun is not too bad if you use it as it's meant to be, which I can just show you a quick example on the VR. Of course, I'm going to post some more gameplay with this so you can see how good the weapon is, but this weapon is really meant for you to just come over behind somebody and just go like that and then just disappear. Okay, somebody saw my kill, but you go like that and then just disappear and cloak again and go do whatever else. Yeah, I mean, this weapon is great for when you run around, you drop the mine. Of course, the mine would have blown up if it was somebody moving, but because it wasn't, it didn't blow. But you can. This is a perfect weapon for you to just literally go like that, done. And cloak and run away. I had to do that. So that's Artemis gameplay. That's roughly a little bit on how it feels. I showed you the recommended, or at least from what I think, from what I saw. I showed you the recommended weapons to use with it. Although there is an alternative, but I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to quickly say the alternative, and that's the Ghost. The Ghost is the bolt-action version, bolt-action scout rifle. You can equip it like, I don't know if you've ever watched The Frightful Cookie. That's him. He uses the NC version of a weapon similar to this. He uses it with the red dot sight silencer. So let's stick a silencer on it. And I don't even know what he uses. I don't think he uses any barrel attachment, but let's just do that one anyway. He uses it like this, goes around and shoots people and it's pretty cool. I think you should check out his videos. Anyway, you can also use this ghost. I use the ghost a lot. I don't have the silencer. I can't be bothered. The ghost was always for medium ranges. I always use the times 3.4 scope on it, so it's pretty good. Pistol wise, I'd use standard beamer pistol. Now the recommended thing for me anyway that I use is the infiltrator and always seems to work really well is the advanced shield capacitor, which reduces shield recharge by, well, once you've maxed out by a lot, like by 4 seconds, and believe it or not, that's you'd recharge twice as long as somebody that didn't have that. So you know it's good. I still need to have a play around with nano weave armor, but at the moment I'm edging more towards the advanced shield capacitor. I usually run with the hunter cloak rather than nano cloaking, mainly because I haven't quite gotten a chance to use nano cloaking yet, so we're gonna find that out. I'll invest on that some other time. And then I typically use the proximity mine. I need to unlock my second proxy mine, but right now I need to use just one. And then I use the restoration kits as well, very rarely. Recon device and whatever else, I use that whenever I can, really. Well, sadly as everything, the video has to come to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful to some extent. Anyway, like, subscribe, share and all that stuff. Click on the links below to play some free games. The Artemis